right, so you and your almost 5-year-old, do I have that right?
He's 4.5.
He's 4.5. Had a deep conversation about God.
Out of the blue, out of nowhere. So this was, I think all of the context is important to the timing of this conversation and the contents of the conversation, right? So it was the day you announced that you were retiring, okay? And that October 24th was going to be the final Bert show. And that was an emotional day, right? And then you're starting to get messages and it's the reality of the situation. Like it had been talked about for so long, but now it's like it's actually happening. The secret is out, and it was a more emotional day than I had even anticipated. Mm-hmm. So I'm at home and I hit up my good friend Molly and I'm like, I need to see a baby. Not
the drug, a real person.
A real person.
That's not your way of referring to MDMA.
You got to stop talking to those pills.
I know. So I hit up my friend Molly and I'm like, Jimmy and I are coming over for a play date with Joni. Okay. And so Jimmy and I get in the car, and again, it's later in the afternoon and we're only going to be there for an hour because, bedtimes. But I was like, no, this is worth it. I have to get out of my house. I feel like the house is closing in on me. So let's get in the car. Let's cruise 10 minutes to baby Joni's house and see Joni Pony. Jimmy and I are in the car and he's being very good because he's very excited to see Joni. I don't know what kind of witchcraft that baby does, but she gets everybody to absolutely fall in love with her, including my own child. And we're sitting at a red light because, again, it's now 5 o'clock, so we're in 5 o'clock traffic. And Jimmy's just kind of like staring out the window, and I'm driving, and we're driving in silence. For once, the Blippy excavator song isn't blaring. He didn't request to hear construction vehicle songs on our way over there. And out of nowhere, unprompted, Jimmy is like, again, just kind of staring off out the window. God made this. And I'm like, huh? The trees. God made the trees. I was like, all right. He's like, yeah. God made me. God made you. And it was just out of nowhere. So now, being the consummate radio co-host, and I feel like I always ask really good follow-up questions, I asked Jimmy, so is God a man or a woman?
Did he say, I'm not getting into that, Mom?
It's 2025, Kristen.
Right, because it's like a 4-year-old and their minds are just, I was so fascinated by, and I don't even know what prompted me, but that was the question, right? And I turned, I'm kind of looking in the rearview mirror, and we're still sitting at this red light, and I go, is God a man or a woman? And he never looks at me. He's still just like staring out the window.
Yeah.
And he's like, neither. God's invisible. And I was like, okay. And I'm just kind of sitting there trying to process like this conversation. One, where the heck it came from. Notice I didn't use the word HE double hockey sticks because, the context of the story. And then the light turns green and we start going. And then that's when he asked if we could put on the excavators.
It was short-lived.
As the good Lord intended.
Right? But it was so random.
He goes to a school that is religious leaning, right? So are they teaching any of that?
Used to. So his old preschool, yes, which we loved. I never disclosed where he was going to school because I didn't want people to know where he was, but I can now. It was St. James Methodist Preschool, right? And yeah, they were obviously religious leaning, but he's now going to a public school, and it was just so out of the blue and so random. But it oddly made me feel better.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So by the way, God is neither a man or a woman. They are invisible.
The life according to Jimmy.
Yep.
The Bert Show.